Hello, and welcome to my playground. This is the Mad Chemist Church, or Church McGurch, depending on where you know me from, and welcome to Madman Review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Blasphemous. The second game did come out, and I did get it, so I decided that I should probably beat the first game. Now, I played it a long time ago, and then it updated several times with several different free DLCs. And I came back to find my save file still good, but things had changed. Things that certain areas that weren't certain areas are now unlocked, and I had surpassed certain things that would require me basically start over slash on the highest difficulty for stuff that really wasn't super important. I can ascend, which is New Game Plus, which is to take me to the highest difficulty, but I didn't want to do that until I could show you around, and this game was hard in some parts, but not hard in others, so I'm curious if in the New Game Plus on the hardest difficulty, if it actually would make it hard enough. But it also, I don't really want to continue, as because I had already done some stuff before all the DLCs came out, and they already, when they came in, they triggered and they made it so I couldn't get certain things. Like, I have most of the rosary beads, but I can't get the final upgrade on this save file because I had already done something when the DLC came out. It triggered the event, and I no longer can get the item to give me that final rosary piece. I have all the different player upgrades, different random items that in some of these I can't use. Like, to get the good ending, I have the items for like the good ending, but not the true ending, since they did come out with a DLC that put a true ending in that leads into the second game. I have the items to trigger that true ending, but I can't because I already surpassed an area that would lead me to that area, which has blocked off certain items and certain things, like the prayer here, all the upgrades, and all the different bones you can find. Yeah. So I have a lot of stuff that I can't do to get an ending, but then I could go back and do a true thing, and that opens up a little bit of a couple things I couldn't do. But you can see I'm at 99% of the map completion, 38 out of 38 of the cherubs found. I've pretty much found everything, because this is kind of the whole map. Everything's been defeated. I've found everything I can find. There's like one or two items I can't get to, and those are exclusively over here, because when I opened up my save file to play to beat the game, I had already surpassed the requirements to fail the quests. So that leaves me here. This is the shrine where basically if you die you would come back to. It resets your health, it resets your potions. If you die you come back to it. This is another shrine where you can go to cleanse items. Kind of a little main hub here with quests, quest givers, other little things. Fun little things happen in the background as you progress through the game, like scenery changes. This right here, this is one of the things I was talking about. I came back to the game, this was never here. I came back after some of the DLCs went through, this popped up, and then I was like, oh, you can't complete the quest now because this person's dead. And I'm like, that was back when I was playing the game. Before this DLC came out, and I didn't know that was a consequence. Or this thing came out, and now it's a consequence that I can't get it. So when you kill an enemy, you get like soul pieces or currency, and then you can basically donate, and the more you donate up to a certain point, the more the town and everything, this church upgrades and your shrines upgrade. So before, the shrine was just a place to heal and to come back to, whereas now I can teleport from shrine to shrine, and I also have the ability to use my magic, which is the blue bar, to teleport to a shrine from anywhere. So I can basically just be like, I want to go here. And I'm here. And then if I want to go to a place where there isn't a shrine, I can then pick a spot from here and travel via this portal, which will take me to this area, or I could have, since I've done the donation to give away, or I've given away all the points, because the points are really only good for upgrading your sword, which my sword is at max. I now no longer need them, so I can just donate them, and I believe it's up to a certain amount after that. You get a final reward, and that's all you can donate. But eventually you find these areas like this where you can upgrade your sword. It'll give you the next tier upgrade the more of these shrines you find, and it allows you to purchase them with the soul pieces that you get for killing enemies. And you'll also find... yeah, you don't really roll, you slide. Ow. You'll find things that upgrade your fervor, which is your magic, and you'll find items that'll upgrade your... areas that'll upgrade your health. So your fervor, you get anointed. Your health, you find a angel or a touched one that's touched by the mystery, or the miracle, that's what they call it. That will increase your health. I mean, there's no real double jump, but there are abilities like that wall grab. So I believe there, I don't know if there's a dash. I think there's a dash. Ooh. As you can see, pretty strange looking, pretty gruesome. This one also has brutal kills. If you can get an enemy to a certain health and like stun them, you can get brutal kills off. There's also these purple little things. These are purple. These were like race shards, which was another DLC that was entered in with this game, because I don't know if this game is made by the same people, but there's you find Miriam from Bloodstained, and that's how you heal, and do that. There it is. Okay, I didn't have anything equipped. This takes you back to the last shrine you used. That's just one of the prayers you can get. It costs a decent amount of fervor, but I've upgraded everything through using the little soul pieces, that now every time I stop at one of these, not only do enemies come back, but I get all my health back, I get all my potions back, I also get all my fervor back, because it's fully upgraded. I think I have maybe one more upgrade to go. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I'll get that in New Game Plus. There's also little secrets like this that you can find by breaking the ground. You can find different enemies. different things. Different things like I can't grab onto this, but there's an item that allows me to walk normally in mud. But I can equip. I can just go here, equip this instead of one of these. Like I really don't need that any item. I don't really need that item anymore. And I'm immune to the mud. I have an item that's equipped that allows me to use the blood. That. Come back. Boom, I'm done. So this game is pretty much done to the point of I've missed a couple things. I can't get the true ending for the second to lead into the second game, as I believe the second game is a continuation of the first. I can't get the last rosary beads, which means I basically can't get one achievement. I think there's like one achievement I can't get because I logged in after having beaten a certain boss, which killed somebody. I was like, okay, I guess. There's also these elevators around, and the elevators are just quick ways to get from point A to point B before you get like all the areas. There's a Dougie. He appears every once in a while you're headed this direction, and you can pet him. And I do that every time. But after you've paid a certain amount, and this is a quest here, you talk to the guy and you give him remains and they sanctify him. This is a guy...
The miracle has been... As long as this brotherhood has brought... Take this as a token of gratitude.
Oh! I guess they fixed it, as that was the last thing I need. So normally if you fail, if somebody dies and you get that... I don't know. Now I'm not 100% sure. Because I was under the impression that I failed that quest because I killed a certain person too late or too ahead of time. There's also these things. You break them and they open up doors. This is one of the ones where you walked through the portal, you came here, and that door was previously closed and you couldn't get through it. But you're able to teleport to it as part of like a quest. So I beat the game. I pretty much beat all these bosses, all these extra bosses and stuff, and the game. Well, without that extra. So you'd come to her, you give her the rosary knot. There's the achievement.
Now let my...
And now I have the final...
The mystery... My task is complete. Although my sins have now become unforgivable as a result. I do not know where I will go. But I am sure that it will not be to the other side of the dream. My body of blue flame is being
extinguished.
Extinguished.
Okay. But yeah, that happens. That happens a lot. This is a very, like, gothic, medieval, like, what if God... That's essentially what the miracle is. Just appeared. Just... I'm here. Okay. And... So... Let's just equip that for shits and giggles. And everything is very religious. These mutated beings are the ones that have been essentially touched by God. There's another statue for upgrading. There's another guy. He technically upgrades your potions. This is where you go, and the guy you used to talk to, which opens up a boss here. And once you have all the bones, you put all the bones here, and the guy just kind of like vanishes. in sand. It's really weird. It's kind of one of those medieval times of punishment where they believe that punishing oneself would grant them forgiveness. And this is kind of like, yeah, this guy.
The Ancient One is exiting my body. It is being born through the rift in my chest, from which its visage was peering.
Yeah, this guy...
Penitent One, what must I do? Must I allow the miracle to continue with its punishment? Hurry. Bring me the Quicksilver before it's too late.
So, Tears of Atonement, that's it. So
Hurry! Bring me the Quicksilver before it's too late!
So, there's only so many there's like 6 Quicksilvers in the game. I've given him 4, and that's why I have that as I have it now. And I have the 5th one to give me the 5th upgrade. The only problem is that, yes, they heal for more, but I lose one permanently. And I haven't gotten the achievement. I know there's an achievement for collecting all available vials, and I haven't gotten that achievement yet. So there must be 1 or 2 I'm missing somewhere, and I might have to like look it up and see if I can find them just to get it done. Trying to think if there's anything else. Anything else? The rosary lady, the guy that does. You can kind of see the guy. He's right there. The little Quicksilver symbol, the little rosary symbol over there. Little purple shards are Miriam from Bloodstained. I think I started talking about that and then stopped. But yeah, you basically will do these racing puzzles, and once you've time trial, once you finish the time trial, you get these pieces, and eventually you send her home. And when you send her home, she gives you, I think it's the marble. She gives you, I believe, the marble. And I believe she also gives you a prayer. Yeah, she gives you the Kantiana of the Blue Rose. She gives you a prayer, which allows you to summon her blue sword, the Blue Rose. The other thing is, once you collect all the Cupids, they're in this area right here. Once you summon all the Cupids, you go back and they'll also give you a prayer, which allows you to have a Cupid with you at all times as like an extra attack. There's these different prayer shrines you can go to which teleport you to something that takes you to essentially complete quests. You come here and talk to this guy. Obviously, I've completed everything that he has to offer, so I can't talk to him anymore. But there's different areas you can pray to complete quests, to transform items into other things. But I know for sure I am locked, because I've gone to this area over here to talk to the lady to get the extra ending, and it's like, no, you've already passed this. You can't do it anymore. These other red ones, symbols that you see, the red kind of half-filled flasks, that's where you can, instead of going to a shrine for Tears of Atonement, you can refill your health in your flasks, and you can fill empty flasks and make them permanently refillable at shrines. Like I said, I think I've upgraded 4 times, so I've lost a minimum of at least 4 flasks. but I haven't gotten the achievement for getting all the available flasks in the game, like finding all of them, so I might be missing something somewhere. This is one of the areas you can get to. Come here, communicate, brings you to this. I'm not going to stay at this too long.
And try to be.
I'm not going to stay on that spot for too long, because this game is a gory game. It's also a brutal, realistic game. I don't want YouTube to be like, no, that's not cool. But just teleport around a little bit, show off different areas, kind of different set designs of the different creatures. I don't want to spoil too much. I don't want to give too much away. But there's these hearts that you can put only at shrines, and you get them from these disciple statues. You'll gather the heart, and then you can go to here, go to your inventory, and that's when you can replace your heart with one of these hearts. And each one does different, gives you a different thing. Like, I typically use this one because it increases how long I have to counter, because you can I just did that for no reason, because you can dash and you can block, and there are certain, that's a potion, and there are certain attacks in this game and certain bosses in this game that blocking is so much easier and makes that boss so much easier than trying to dodge, because dodging makes you invincible. There's a kill. Because dodging, as long as you get the hit, it makes you invincible, and if there's like some other attacks that you would back up through, you're invincible, so it eats the attack without you taking damage. So you can actually clear a room of attacks of like different things, like floating orbs and stuff that would normally like hit you and hit you and hit you and like chain you. But you're invincible, so you just clear them all because nothing can touch you while you're blocking, or while you're invincible while blocking. Yeah. A lot of really cool designs. Like, this is the sewer. Really very kind of grimy. Oh, that's where it is. The red right there. That's where the... Very grimy. Very... almost to say realistic. Minus the whole... creatures and beings of mutated flesh and different things of biblical proportion. You know, lots of dead bodies. Because this is kind of like a Middle Ages kind of penance kind of thing. Because you're the penitent one, you're basically going on this journey for forgiveness. And you're going on this journey to basically rid the world of sin. That's why you're wearing the helmet. The helmet's like full of spikes. So when you put it on your head, it's just, you know, constantly digging into your flesh, causing you pain. That's what the whole point of the like the weird helmet he's wearing in this. And that's kind of why, like, when you go to use your potion, you just break it on your face, and you let the sacred bile just cleanse you. Yeah, but I can't wait to start the second game. I can't wait to play it, beat it, and do a review on it, because it looks like they kept kind of what they were trying to do with this game, but expanded on a little bit more what they were looking at and what they wanted to do. So that is where we're gonna end it. We'll end this review here. Exit to main menu. Once you beat the game, you can do basically a time trial, which is what the Sacred Sorrow, and you do get some extras, and some of the extras you can't really see because I'm blocking it, is like a background selector, so you can go through the different DLCs that they added, all the way from the original to the newest. And this game is done, from what I understand, but you also can get a skin selector, which changes the skins that you've unlocked. So I was using, I was using the Son of the Miracle, which is the one you get for basically beating the game. But I believe I was using Echo and Shadow for a little while. No, Chantress of the Dead. This was a skin you got from killing a secret boss. So I like the blue. But the Son of the Miracle makes me like black and red, so I don't like that. But that's it. So we're going to end it there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And until I can get Blasphemous to load, or I actually have it downloaded. I just haven't started it yet because I've been busy with work. So, but until then, until the next time where I can play Blasphemous 2, you be you. You stay you. And most importantly, adventure on.